guys, it's Hannah and I'm here today with my September wrap up and my October TBR. Hey guys, so I am back. I feel like I haven't been filming that much lately and it's because my cat just knocked over my computer on off the bed. Oops. Let's just put that over there. Where was I? So I was saying that I feel like I haven't been filming that much because I've kind of gotten into a reading slump, and that was back in August. August I read 0 books, hence why I didn't put up a wrap-up video because there was nothing to wrap up. I got kind of in a reading slump and I'm just going to kick off my first book that I finished, and my reading slump kind of got from this. So I really did enjoy the stories in here. I think they added quite a bit to this series. So if you guys don't know, this is Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. She put these novellas to connect with the Throne of Glass series, which is what I've been reading through for the past couple of months with my friend Gabby over here on YouTube. And so we were reading through these, and Gabby flew through these, and I could not finish them because I think novellas kind of kill my reading momentum. Once I read the novella, then I stop, and then I don't have any reason to pick it back up again because I don't know what the next one is. So yeah, I did give this a 4 to 5 stars, but it did take me over a month, probably a month and a half to finish. It was a rough go for me. Another new thing I'm going to update you guys on. If you guys have watched my old wrap-up videos, I did keep a little counter somewhere down here, one of these, I think it was right here. I did keep a counter going for how many books I've read in this month, or in the year, and it was counting up to 100 because 100 was my goal. Well, I'm like 20 books behind, so I don't think I'm going to hit that goal, and I've kind of had a revelation that I don't want to hit that goal anymore. So I'm kind of letting that go, but I'm going to touch base on that more at the end of the year when I go over reading goals and my year in review, which I plan on doing. But basically I want to focus more on writing reviews and reading to review books. So I just finished reading The Siren by Kiera Cass, and I did a really ginormous review, and I know I have to work on editing those down because that sucker was like 35 minutes and I couldn't cut it down to anything because everything was so important. If you guys go watch that video, let me know what you thought of that video and how I reviewed them. I would love some, like, what you guys want to see when I review books, and do you want me to go in that long of an overview? Do you want me to go in that much detail, like step by step of what the book took and my thoughts? Or do you want me to do like a very basic skim through? Because I know not a lot of people want to sit through those long videos. The long videos really let me go into depth about the book. So let me know down below what you guys thought of that video, or go on that video and let me know too. Either way, and I will see it. But I did give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. This book is about, well, I have a giant review down below, I'll link it. But long story short on the Siren is that the Siren is a girl who gives up basically her mortal life to help kill people to feed the ocean. The ocean is a living entity, and the ocean helps have the earth survive. But she ends up taking a lot of lives, and she's never allowed to pretty much live her own life for 100 years, and she has to say goodbye to all of her loved ones. So this was a very interesting book. I did like it a lot. I mean, it was a little more juvenile than I was expecting, but I think a lot of Kiera Cass's books are just aimed towards that demographic. But I really did enjoy it, and there was some few twists in here that I didn't see coming, but for most of all, it was pretty predictable. But I really did enjoy reading this. It was definitely a very fast and easy read, and it helped pull me out of my reading slump. So I gave 4 out of 5 stars to this one. And then I also read The Indigo Spell, and this is by Rochelle Mead. I have had a lot of my favorite authors in this month. I've had Sarah J. Maas, Kiera Cass, and Rochelle Mead, and I didn't realize Maas and Cass would rhyme. That's just a coincidence. But Rochelle Mead is one of my favorite authors. She wrote the Vampire Academy series, and it's one of my all-time favorite series. And the Bloodlines is, a lot of people say that they like the Bloodlines a lot better than the Vampire Academy. I am OG all the way. I like Vampire Academy much better, but I do enjoy these, and they're fun to read, and I love you kind of feel more into their lives in this one than you do in Vampire Academy. Vampire Academy is definitely much more about the action, but Bloodlines is about an alchemist who helps vampire hunters, but they're also vampires, dispel of the Strigoi, which are evil vampires, and they're immortal beings. So yeah, that's, if you haven't read this story, I'm not sure if that's gonna make sense to you, but she is with Jill, who is part of the Vampire Academy world as well, and she is protecting Jill. So yeah, without any too much spoilers, that's what this series is about. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't like it as much as the other ones, but so this one was a little slower, but I do really enjoy the series, and it's very fun to listen to, although they did get taken off at YouTube, which kind of kills me. Also, if you did listen to this on audiobook, because I was flipping back and forth, how mad were you when you found out that they switched Adrian's accent, the reader? Like, holy crap, that's about as bad as a midway cover change. How can people do that? He had a very, very strong accent in the audiobooks and Vampire Academy and in the Bloodlines series, and then the beginning of this book, he is narrating and there's no accent. It's gone, and it's like, this is not the Adrian that I signed up for. Like, please bring back my Adrian. I want him back. But it was still really good, and I pushed past the no accent, but boy, I was ranting about that for like a good week, that he didn't have an accent when I was listening to this book. So yeah, 4 out of 5 stars for this one. Probably a little less if I would have been just rating it off of the audiobook, but I digress. We're gonna move on here. My first 5-star read of the month was The Fiery Heart. This is the next book in this series. I like this one a lot more. It definitely picked up, and I like where this story is going. And I've already, like, because it gives you like a little snippet of the next chapter of the book. I am so excited because this book, from where it started, if you look at the evolution from where this book started to where it's now going in the direction, I would have never called that. And I am enjoying this a lot. It's picking up, and it's grabbing my attention back again. Like, I was always like 75% their attention, but now I'm like all in and I want to know what's happening. So I am definitely going to pick up the rest of these books the next month, or this month in October. My next 5-star read is Poison Ivy, and it's a comic book, obviously. But I'm so excited, guys. When I was reading Harley Quinn, I was really interested in the Poison Ivy character. And I hadn't known much about her, but I wanted to pick up some, but I couldn't find her anywhere. I searched on Amazon, I searched on all of the local bookstores. I couldn't find anything around here. She was just like always a side character, and she was never a main character. So I was so excited that I was walking in Barnes & Noble, and I just like I'll just peruse the comic book section. Oh my god, I was so excited. So I picked this up in a heartbeat because I've always been interested in her character line. And she did not disappoint. 5 out of 5 stars. I'm so excited that this is out, and I can't wait to pick up some more. She's definitely one of my favorite, probably by far my favorite DC character. This story is about, she does have a past, and it talks about her criminal history and how a lot of people don't trust her, and she's a scientist. Poison Ivy, I did put this on Instagram. So Poison Ivy, the way that they describe her powers is she always talks about the green. If you guys don't know anything about Poison Ivy, this was my first real comic book of her, so it did help. So if you are new to her, feel free to pick this one up because I followed along just fine. But they said the green, and there's Catwoman in this, and she goes, "It's part of her power, stupid. Poison Ivy can hear and speak to the plants." Gotcha. They're connected through the green. You're a nerd, right? It's like the Force. So I really liked that there was a Star Wars reference in this. But that's kind of how her powers work, is she senses and is able to talk through the green, which is like the plants around her. And she's this really fantastic character, and she like does genome slicing and things like that. So if you guys pick this up, let me know what you think, because I thoroughly enjoyed this comic book and I cannot wait for them to come out with more. And last but not least, I did finally pick up Empire of Storms, this beautiful book here by Sarah J. Maas. This I am flying through. I didn't pick it up as soon as it came out because my husband called dibs on reading it first, so I had to wait for him to finish it, and he only took a week to finish it, and he loved it, and so I'm reading it now. I'm going through it. Me and Gabby are budding reading this like we have for the rest of the Throne of Glass series. I'm at page 362, so I'm a pretty good chunk through here. This is, God, I have no idea how many books is it. 1, 2, 3. Is this 4? Is this the 5th book? So this is the 5th book of the Throne of Glass series. This gets better by each book. This is by far my favorite, and I can already tell. And I love all of the different character storylines and the different powers and the different like romantic relationships and her court, and no spoilers because I haven't finished it down below. No spoilers down below. You know what I mean. But I really loved this book, and I can't wait to finish it, and I'm sure I'm gonna finish it soon because I'm flying through this. But I will let you guys know what I think of this one in my October wrap-up. So that's gonna be my first book for my October TBR. Alright, so my other books that I plan on picking up for October is the Ruby Circle and the Silver Shadows. These are the last 2 books in the Bloodlines series. I can't wait to see how this ends because it is getting super interesting. So I'm only putting on 3 books for my October TBR because I had such a bad reading month in August, and I'm not sure what books I want to review this month, so I'm still kind of pondering that. But if you guys see any books back here that you want me to review, or maybe I'll do a like a bookshelf tour if you guys want to see that, and then you guys can kind of pick out ones. I'm not opposed to rereading books and then getting reviews. So leave a comment down below if you guys want to see either a bookshelf tour or give it a thumbs up, or just leave a comment down below of what books I should review for this month, because I do want to review a book at least. I just don't know what I want to read yet. So for sure reading those 3 books this month, and then yeah, whatever you guys suggest. Alright, so that is all for my September wrap-up and October TBR. Like I said, comment down below and give it a thumbs up if you enjoy this video or if you want to see a bookshelf tour. And I will talk to you guys down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.